Hello, you join me in the station car park at Nairn, and today we're going to be looking at Inverness's first railway between Inverness and Nairn. But before we get into it, let's talk about the history of this line. So Nairn station is between two Scottish cities, which are Inverness and Aberdeen. And this possibly might be a future video that I'm planning to do, is visiting every station between Inverness and Aberdeen, but that's in the distant future. Today I'm focusing on the line between Inverness and Nairn. Now the journey between Inverness and Nairn takes about 20 minutes by train, but the idea of a railway in Inverness actually started in 1845, which I'm going to explain more at Aberdeen station now, but please do excuse the noise of the HST in the platform. So in 1845 the Great North of Scotland Railway was formed to build a line between Aberdeen and Inverness. In 1846 it was authorised by the Act of Parliament. But during that time, the railway mainly ended in 1845, and people were reluctant to invest any money into railway schemes as they thought it was an unpopular investment at the time. Also in 1846, Joseph Mitchell had a proposal linking Inverness and Elgin up at Nairn, and then heading towards Carbridge and on to Kingussie and Perth, giving them a direct rail link. However though, it did get rejected in 1846. However though, the funds were raised, but the line only went as far as Huntly from Aberdeen. Hopefully they could extend to Inverness a year later. However, it didn't happen. In 1854 the Great North of Scotland Railway only went as far as Keith, and also in 1853 the authorisation for the Act of Parliament was expired. So with the Great North of Scotland Railway now not reaching Inverness as planned, in 1853 was the right time to strike. Engineer Joseph Mitchell, who was the driving force who promoted and proposed this railway, proposed the railway from Inverness to Elgin. However, it was changed a week later between Inverness and Nairn. And the line did get authorised in 1854 as the first stage to reach central Scotland. Station finally opens on the 6th of November 1855 when the line opens from Inverness, and honestly with passenger services using this line it actually really came successful, so successful in 1856 they actually extended towards Elgin. Also at Nairn, it does have a lovely station building, which actually was built in 1885 by the Highland Railway. And down here there's a lovely disused Highland Railway single box as well, which really looks good. It's called Nairn East. Now we're actually going to be leaving them and heading towards Inverness in that direction. So I'm going to be literally on board the train now departing Nairn, heading to Inverness. While I'm heading towards Inverness, now is the time to talk about the additional stations which also opened in 1855 between Inverness and Nairn. These stations are Cawdor, which was renamed to Kildrummy, Fort George, which was renamed to Gollifield Junction, Dalcross, Castle Stewart platforms, Culloden, renamed to Allenfern. Now all these stations did close in 1965 except for Castle Stewart platforms, which closed in 1938, which meant that there was no intermediate stations between Inverness and Nairn until recently in 2023. So on the 2nd of February 2023 a new railway station was built between Nairn and Inverness, and this railway station is Inverness Airport, and it's actually a 20-minute walk from Inverness Airport to the former station of Dalcross. And the only reason I'm out doing this video today was just to visit Inverness Airport, believe it or not. Anyway, let's get off the train now at Inverness. So we have now reached Inverness, the UK's most northern city. And Inverness was the western end of the Inverness and Nairn Railway, which also opened on the 5th of November 1855. Now in 1862, another railway came into Inverness, which was known as the Inverness and Ross-shire Railway, which built a line from Dingwall. You know that today as today's Far North Line and Carlock-Alsh Line. In 1865 the station was enlarged, and the last railway to arrive in Inverness was on the 1st of November 1898, when the direct route from Aviemore by Carbridge came to Inverness by the Highland Railway. As well as this station is served by LNER with the Highland Chieftain, you also get the Caledonian Sleeper here as well. Shall we film that out? Honestly, when that railway line was opened between Inverness and Nairn, it was very isolated, but eventually it got joined up to other parts of the UK network. And seeing the Caledonian Sleeper depart at Inverness Station has really been epic. That's one thing I like to do when I come to Inverness Station, watch the Sleeper depart. And I did take the Caledonian Sleeper to do this video right here, the Dundee and Perth Railway. Feel free to give that a click. People on screen now, YouTube channel members and Patreon supporters, thank you for supporting the channel. I've been SimOnTrains, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on board the Simon Express for the next video down the line.